Today on Newsbeat, the demand for bilingualism is growing in the job market. Find out how knowing multiple languages could put you ahead.
And this weekend is graduation. Are graduating students feeling prepared for the life after college?
And today is our last edition of Newsbeat. We have a sneak peek behind the scenes.
Good morning and welcome to Newsbeat. I'm Nathan Fournier.
And I'm Holly Angus. Thank you for joining us today for our last show. Columbia's Manifest Arts Festival is kicking off today with the graduate parade at 12:45 p.m. From there, a day full of events begin. Celebrate our graduating students by visiting the showcases in buildings around campus. The main action will be taking place in 4 lots on campus, located between Michigan Avenue and State Street. Concerts begin at 12 p.m. and the main stage headliners, Man Wolves, will be taking the stage at 7 p.m. Our reporter, Zaid Hussein, will have a live report at Manifest later on in the show.
Listening to others speak different languages is always so interesting. Reporter Setlali Magali Sotelo and photojournalist Sam Tucker were able to have Columbia students speak in other languages. Let's hear it.
Learning a new language has never been easier. With apps such as Duolingo and Drops, you're able to start off easy and build up to higher challenges throughout the levels. Besides that, reading books, watching videos, and writing help as well. English is the #1 language spoken in the world, which we have to our advantage. Are you stuck deciding what language you want to learn next? Don't worry, because we have a list compiled of the most popular languages.
Salut, je m'appelle Roger et j'aime beaucoup l'histoire de France. Je parle l'anglais, français et l'espagnol aussi. Also, French is known as the language of diplomacy, and that's something else that I like. I like geopolitics, so I think it's a language that fits my likes.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Miranda et je suis étudiante de journalisme. Je peux parler 3 langues, l'anglais, le français et l'espagnol. I went
How helpful is knowing another language when traveling?
to France a couple of years ago. It was really fun. Just being able to talk to people, and they were really happy that I could speak the language when I went to their country too.
Hola, mi nombre es Oscar. Yo hablo inglés y español.
What are the advantages of speaking various languages?
Spanish is important because it gives you a lot of opportunities, especially in jobs. Because my previous job, when I applied, they were hiring like a driver, but they're like, oh, but we need you to speak Spanish. And I'm like, oh, so I'm the perfect candidate because I speak Spanish. I grew up speaking it. It's like, oh, yeah, great. You can fill out the application. And so I was basically hired because I knew Spanish. So like knowing another language, not only Spanish, but it gives you more job opportunities.
Thank you so much for joining us every single Friday on TV Newsbeat. For Spanish speakers, muchas gracias por reunirse cada viernes para ver TV Newsbeat. And for Portuguese speakers, mucho obrigado por reunirse cada sexta-feira para ver noticiero de TV Newsbeat. I'm Citlali Magali Sotelo, Columbia College Chicago TV Newsbeat.
Columbia College Chicago has made the decision to merge its art history, and design departments into one that will be called the Art and Design Department. Faculty discussed the idea of a merge in spring of 2021, and it was officially decided after a proposal was administered by the Chair of Art and Art History Department, Duncan McKenzie. The Art and Design Department will be officially implemented in the 2024 school year.
Graduation ceremonies begin tomorrow here at Columbia, and I took the chance to check in with some students to see how they feel in their final moments. As the spring semester comes around each year, it serves as a wake-up call for senior students to soak in their final moments. But when looking at this year's graduating class, it's clear to see that these past 4 years have been unconventional due to the pandemic. From remote learning to allowing new doors to open, this generation of students have an experience like no other.
And so many of those stories talk about this individual grew up in the heart of the Depression, or during a plague, or during this horrible thing, like they had to leave their country for whatever. And those Who Was books will reference this individual grew up and went through this, pandemic, and this is the great thing they did for the world. And I just think that that's something that we don't know who that's going to be. We don't know who those people will be, but it will be part of their story. It will be in those Who Was series in 30, 40, 50 years from now.
As the pandemic has allowed for a domino effect in people's paths, I met with upcoming Columbia graduates to see how they feel about these ideas.
During the pandemic, I was having a lot of second thoughts on my major and really reflecting on why I chose to major in creative writing, and it led me to gain a much bigger passion in social media and content creation.
Whenever I came here, I was a transfer student, right? So that gap and being away from it all gave me the time to reevaluate my life and where I wanted to go. So I think it helped me in the long run, even though it obviously has had its hard points in my life personally, but it also led me here. So
from everyone here at Newsbeat, we'd all just like to give a major congratulations to every graduating student this semester. I know we both graduate next year, Holly, but I might have to take the trip down to the UK to go see your graduation.
I would love you to. You'll have to buy your plane ticket now. They can get expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Well, coming up, graduating students cap off the year by personalizing their graduation caps. Our reporter, Zaid Hussein, is live at Manifest.
I'm here at the Student Center of Columbia College Chicago, where plenty of exciting events will be taking place during Manifest. If you're looking for non-stop entertainment, this is the place to be. Stay tuned for more coming up on TV Newsbeat.
You are there for them. We are here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Families don't have to talk about everything, but they should talk about how to plan for an emergency. Get tips and resources to make your family's emergency plan.
the animation career announced their 5th annual ranking of illustration schools in Illinois, with Columbia College ranking number 1. Columbia also ranked in the top 30% nationally and number 18 in the Midwest. The animation career reviews and ranks illustration programs for aspiring game designers and animators looking for the best schools in the U.S. based on location. Their decisions are based on data from the U.S. Department of Education, college scorecard, LinkedIn employment data, and school surveys.
Tomorrow, the class of 2023 will be saying goodbye to Columbia. Reporter Rosemary Murillo and photojournalist Patrick Raponce caught up with graduating students, finishing up some final touches to their graduation looks.
I'm Rosemary Murillo reporting from Columbia College campus, where graduating students will be decorating their graduation caps with unique designs and personal style. Let's see what they have to say. Can you please explain your graduation cap design?
Yeah, sure. So I'm really inspired by like comic books and stuff. I'm an illustration major, so I'm kind of thinking about like comic book lettering and just kind of like visual effects that are used heavily in the comic book kind of industry and stuff. So that's kind of where I'm just putting some stuff on my cap that's kind of inspired by that.
Can you tell me what you have going on with your cap?
So what I have now is that I'm working on a One Piece themed cap, because that's one of my favorite animes, and I've been watching it for like 4 years, well, ever since I was little. So, and my favorite color is blue, so it'd be perfect, and I love like the sea. So it's perfect in my opinion.
So what is your inspiration for your cap?
Well, I'm really interested in the show Trigun right now with the recent new imagining that was aired earlier in the semester. It really got my brain into overdrive, so I was thinking, I don't know what to put on my cap since we're allowed to decorate our caps here. But Trigun came in, I'm like, oh, I could just put the character and say, this degree is made of love and peace.
It took me like 2 months to figure out what I was gonna do. I had like this whole like idea board and like 20 different ideas, and I was like showing all the photos to my mom, and she's just like, I thought you were gonna like go for something Studio Ghibli, and I'm like, I didn't think about that. So like I remember that like My Neighbor Totoro is like one of my favorite movies of all time, and was one of the reasons why I went into film, so might as well kind of put it on something that's going to represent my graduation and the reason why I decided to enter into this.
Can you tell me about your cap?
So I'm not done yet, but I put pictures of me and just memories throughout my life, because I was born 3 months early, and I was not supposed to be here anymore, but I made it. I'm happy about that. So yeah, I'm going to put born 3 months early. Wasn't supposed to make it, but look at me now.
Tell me about your cap. What's the inspiration?
One of my favorite artists is Remy Wolf, and when she performs, she has like these kind of like star patterns on her stage, and I don't know, I just kind of got inspiration from that. A little colorful, a little funky, just like art school. So.
Manifest is kicking off soon. Reporter Zaid Hussein is live at the Student Center, asking students what they're looking forward to today.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at the Student Center where there's tons of exhibits, plenty to explore, and I'm here with Jacob Cabrera. Jacob, can you tell me what you're most looking forward to here today at Manifest?
Well, honestly, I'm really looking forward to all of the animation majors senior showcase. Last year, it was incredible. I really cannot recommend it enough. And this year, I have several friends who are seniors and worked on it, and I cannot wait to see what they cooked up.
Make sure to check out the animation crew and everybody else this year at Manifest. If you have time to come out, come and do it. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Zaid. What are you most looking forward to this time in Manifest, Nate?
I think there's a lot going on, but I heard there's a silent disco going on later today, so you might see me later with some headphones while it's all silent outside, though.
Sure, and Super Dime is live on the main stage at 6 p.m. You won't want to miss it.
Yeah.
Coming up, we have your weekly weather forecast.
Chicago has had a great week regarding draft look, but the biggest sports news may be surrounding a first ever competition taking place this summer in the South Loop. Stay with us to learn more, coming up on Newsbeat.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things. There it is. Keep going with it. Leo. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
The weather is finally warming up. Let's take a look at this week's forecast. After a sunny start to May, this weekend you can expect temperatures in the low 60s and showers all weekend. But with higher temperatures are expected next week with an average of 74 degrees. You can put your coats away and bring the sun hats out once and for all.
The NBA semifinals are coming to a close. If you're looking for more basketball, local leagues are looking for players. Jake Fredrickson has more.
Thanks, guys. Checking on Chicago baseball, the Cubs and Sox have each been average in their last 10 games, with the Sox near the bottom of the rankings and the Cubs hovering around 500. Still, Guaranteed Rate Field is guaranteed to host a good time, offering Friday fireworks shows, $5 concessions on Tuesdays, and South Side Mondays, which provide $20 in concessions credit and discounts on special South Side jerseys. Wrigley's promo nights seem promising as well, some being Pride Celebration, Star Wars Night, and NASCAR Night. Speaking of NASCAR, they'll be hosting a race throughout the streets of downtown Chicago on July 2nd, passing through Lakeshore Drive and Michigan Avenue. This is the first ever NASCAR Cup Series taking place on a street course, so head to campus to catch a glimpse of it that Sunday. And let's hope there's no crashes too close to campus. Chicago has new life in the hockey world, winning the #1 overall draft pick in June. Most people expect the Hawks to select 17-year-old center Connor Bedard, a successful major junior hockey player with immense potential. The NFL schedule just released last night, and some Bears analysts are anticipating an MVP-caliber third season from Justin Fields. The team also addressed their need at defensive tackle by drafting Florida's Gervon Dexter and South Carolina's Zach Pickens, who both earned elite speed grades at the NFL Scouting Combine. Meanwhile, the NBA Conference semifinals are wrapping up with the Phoenix Suns being the first team eliminated in the second round. Sadly, the Bulls aren't participating, but catch playoff games on TNT, ESPN, and ABC virtually every day between the three stations. Need more basketball than what's offered here at Columbia? If you like a team environment, the Zenith League in Portage Park is a great option for you. They post game footage, award money to the champions, and declare a league MVP. But hear more about it from the commissioner himself.
That there weren't many that were like player friendly, you know, they didn't care that, it didn't seem like they cared that much about the players, so it's kind of just, yeah, go out there and ball. And I wanted to find one that's more personalized and a fun experience, and something that was kind of, you know, in a good price range. So that's kind of why I had to start up my own, that I figured we could do more and make it cost less so it would be fun.
I record games, I post them to the website, and I keep the website updated with stats, video, everything.
Where can we find this website? What's the address?
zenith-league.com.
People seem pretty happy overall, and I have a lot of people that want to join in next season, which is great, so we can see some growth happening, and it's been overall pretty great.
Check online community groups, local newsletters, and ask around town for more organized sports in your area. That's all in sports for the semester. Enjoy the time off, but stay active, Columbia. Back to you guys.
You know, Holly, even though I don't have my driver's license, I think I'm ready to get behind the wheel for this NASCAR race.
And after my time on the Columbia Renegades, I think I'm ready to be drafted in. Put me in, coach. Well, today marks the last Newsbeat of the semester. As we say goodbye, let's look at some of the behind the scenes and best bits. Ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes of Newsbeat? Follow me, I'll show you around. Welcome to Newsbeat's control room. Over to my right, we have the lighting board, and just behind me to my left, we have the producer's desk, where they will sit and give cues to the talent. Further over to my left, we have the director's chair, where they have overall creative decision on camera angles used, commercials, and also control of the audio. We use the vMix software. Over to this side, we have the teleprompter, where the talent can read from the script. Oh, don't mind me just working away. Newsbeat, take one. Columbia College Chicago offers a capstone course for both photojournalism and broadcast journalism students. Newsbeat is a student-run newscast premiering every Friday throughout their semester, acting as a real network studio. Today, we'll give you an inside look at Columbia's Newsbeat, giving you a behind the scenes of all the work that goes on behind the camera. Aubriella Jackson, one of our amazing producers, tells us what Newsbeat means to her and how it's helped her grow.
The most valuable skill I took away from this class is understanding how to work with people based on their circumstances, getting that experience being a producer. I had never been in that position before, and I feel like it improved my skills as a broadcast journalism major. I have an understanding now for behind the scenes more than I did being a reporter, but I love both sides, and it's been a great learning experience. It has just been so fun getting to work with everybody that I've had classes with the whole 3 years that I've been at Columbia, and then new people that have just joined us this year. We've made some great friendships, and I've loved seeing everybody grow from the place where we started last semester in creating the TV news package to now we have our own newscast where we kill it every week. Everything always, I don't know, it's just been great working together, and I'm glad to have made all my friends that I made in this class.
Today is the final Newsbeat broadcast for the spring semester 2023. A sad day for us all here in the studio. For the final time, I'm Holly Angus, reporting from Chicago, Newsbeat. It's been an amazing semester filled with so many great moments. Nate, do you have a favorite moment from Newsbeat?
I can't really think of one in specific, but just getting the chance to work alongside you and working with everyone from the crew and everyone else, it's been an absolute honor.
We'd like to thank all of our viewers and supporters for this past semester, and for the last time, I'm Holly Angus.
And I'm Nathan Fournier. Have an amazing summer.
We did that.